Alright, so this video begins with a message I received from a complete stranger on the internet, and the message said this: "A bit random, but did I see you today at the wildlife park?" Now, when it comes to stalkers and creepy messages like this, I like to report them and be done with it. But in this case, I'd actually been following this person for quite some time. And so I responded, "You very well may have. I was at the zoo. The stranger who messaged me has a name, and the name is David Newsom. And he really has a great eye for landscape shots and photographs of highland coos." So I said to him, if I was ever back in the area, I would reach out to him. We should go shoot some shit. Many months went by and I traveled all over the UK, but I eventually found myself back in York, and so I messaged David. And he responded with the plan of the century. He had Vivian Maier's old Rolleiflex camera. He had the Fuji GFX something or the other. And he knew all the best places in the Peak District where we could make bangers on film. I couldn't resist. I left my wife and my tiny human at home and headed all the way out into the Peak District with a complete stranger called David. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's not very wise to head out into the middle of nowhere with a complete stranger that you met on the internet, but I was a big fan of David's work, and I really wanted to shoot the Rolleiflex. Obviously, why I'm so attracted to this camera is because of Vivian Maier herself. I actually made a video about her. You can watch it over here. She used the Rolleiflex to create some incredible street photography in Chicago and New York City, but today we were going to be using it for landscapes.
I was out drinking, looking for the next thing. I couldn't really settle down. Always on the run, I didn't want to slow down, but baby, then you came around. Yeah, you came around. No, I won't never let you down. I promise you that I'll hold on. I know that it gets tough sometimes, so I'm here to remind you, love. The sun will shine on you wherever you go, wherever you go. And when it gets dark, stay strong. You're never alone. You're never alone. The sun will shine.
There is one big difference between the Rolleiflex and my Mamiya, and that is one number. The Rolleiflex is a 6x6 camera and the Mamiya is a 6x7, and it's weird for me to say this, but I felt way more comfortable with the 6x7 format. Partly because I'd never really shot square format before, and partly because I was trying to figure out my way on how to use the Rolleiflex. It's a little bit different to the Mamiya It's a TLR versus the Mamiya's SLR. So you got two lenses and it's just way too scientific. I won't get into it right now. Needless to say, I was blundering around with the Rolleiflex. As excited as I was to shoot it, I don't really feel like I made any great shots on it. I was just more enjoying the day and enjoying David's company, to be honest with you. At the end of a long day, there was one last peak that we had to shoot, and David promised me that the sunset would be insane on top of this peak. So I packed up all of my gear and I hiked half an hour up a hill. And if you know me, that's an incredible feat. But at the end of the day, it was incredibly worth it. I just want to say that David is incredibly generous. He drove me all over the Peak District. The whole journey was like more than 3 or 4 hours total. He let me use all of his cameras and he's just like such a top class guy. I highly recommend you check out his Instagram. It's in the description box below the like button. Tell him that I sent you and send some love his way.
What a day. What a damn day.
Ultimately, I was a lot more comfortable shooting my Mamiya than the Rolleiflex, if I'm honest. Partly because I was new to the 6x7 format and partly because I was trying to figure out the camera. But I was incredibly excited shooting a TLR and I really feel like I want to give square format a try. Thank you so much for watching this video about two blokes shooting the Peak District. I'll see y'all in the next video. Oh, and for the eagle-eyed viewers, you might notice that there's a square format film camera over there. Let me go get it. I won this. It's the Hasselblad 500 centimeter. And I believe it shot the Abbey Road cover for the Beatles. And it was also the camera that went to the moon. All I know is that it's square format and I'm nervous about that. So there's a video coming up about this. Thank you very much to Old Cam Shop and Film Still for this incredible giveaway prize. It's come to a very, very good home and I look forward to using it.